Before we go any deeper tonight, I want you to picture something simple. Not a place, not a scene, but a feeling. The feeling of being small, not in a bad way, but in the way that reminds you you're part of something unbelievably huge. Right now, as you're lying there, your entire life is happening on a tiny blue planet spinning quietly through a galaxy called the Milky Way. A galaxy with billions of stars, each one burning, breathing, and existing long before your first breath and long after your last worry. But here's the interesting part. For a moment, despite all that size, the only thing the galaxy is holding right now is you, your breath, your heartbeat, your small place on this spinning world. You don't need to imagine the stars in detail. You don't need to see light years or cosmic dust. Just know this. Above you, far beyond your ceiling, is a river of starlight, the Milky Way, stretching like a quiet highway through the dark. And on that highway, Earth is nothing more than a small traveler. And you are a single heartbeat on that traveler. Yet somehow, your life still matters. Your laugh, your memories, the people you love, and even the quiet thoughts you never share. They all exist inside a universe that doesn't need them, but still makes room for them anyway. Isn't that strange? Isn't that beautiful? That in a galaxy unimaginable in size, you still get a tiny corner of existence where you can feel, grow, dream, rest. So tonight, instead of worrying about your place in the world, just feel the comfort of knowing this. The universe is huge, yes, but it doesn't ask you to fill it. It doesn't ask you to understand it. It simply lets you be. Let the thought of the Milky Way drift in the back of your mind, soft, distant like a light humming behind a closed door. Let your body sink a little deeper into wherever you're resting. Let your breath move naturally, as if the galaxy itself is breathing with you. Slow, calm, unhurried. Because right now you are exactly where you need to be. A human being living a small, beautiful life inside a vast, patient galaxy that doesn't rush anything. Not the stars, not the planets, not you. And as you feel your eyes growing heavier, remember this. You are small, but you are real. You are tiny, but you are here. And sometimes, that's the most comforting truth of all. Right now, as you rest, Earth is quietly carrying you through space. It's strange to think about, isn't it? You're lying still, yet you're moving faster than you'll ever feel. The planet beneath you is spinning, turning day into night without asking for your attention. And while it spins, it's also traveling around the sun, a journey it takes every single year, whether you're aware of it or not. But here's the part that feels almost unbelievable. The sun itself, the warm, familiar star that lights your mornings, is also drifting through the Milky Way, gliding through a sea of stars with Earth and every memory you've ever had tucked safely inside its orbit. You're on a ride you never asked to board, a beautiful, gentle, cosmic ride that began before you were born and will continue long after your last breath. And yet, your small life still feels big to you. Of course it does, because inside your tiny moment in the galaxy, you experience things the stars never will. Love, fear, joy, exhaustion, hope. The universe is vast, but it cannot feel the way you do. It cannot laugh like you. It cannot dream like you. Your emotions, your memories, your little victories and quiet struggles. They make your small existence richer than 1,000 silent suns. Think about that for a second. A star can burn for billions of years, but it will never know what it's like to hold someone's hand or to forgive, or to try again after failing. It will never know the feeling of finally lying down after a long day and letting the weight of the world slip off your shoulders. But you can, you do. You're doing it right now. You're a tiny moment in a massive galaxy. And somehow that makes your life even more meaningful. Because you are rare. Your awareness is rare. Your heartbeat is rare. Your ability to feel anything at all. That's a miracle the Milky Way cannot duplicate. So as you settle deeper into rest, allow a simple truth to rise gently in your mind. You don't have to be big to be important. Look at Earth, small compared to the galaxy, yet full of oceans, forests, mountains, music, laughter, stories. Full of people like you, living lives that matter to them and to the people they love. You are one of those lives, a quiet, precious thread woven into a universe far too large to ever repeat you. And tonight, as your breath slows and your thoughts drift apart like soft dust, you can let yourself feel something peaceful. You belong here. You fit inside this galaxy exactly as you are. No need to be more. No need to do more. Just rest. Earth will keep carrying you through the Milky Way while you sleep. If you could lift yourself just a little higher above the world, not physically but in your thoughts, you'd notice something surprising about the Milky Way. Most of it is empty. Not the kind of empty that feels lonely, but the kind that gives everything room to exist. Between every pair of stars is a distance so wide that light, the fastest thing we know, takes years to cross it. And yet here you are, living your whole life inside one tiny pocket of that enormous space. A warm pocket, a pocket with sunlight, weather, voices, coffee shops, late-night thoughts, and early morning hopes. The galaxy gives you space, and Earth gives you a home. You might think your life is small compared to all that distance, but think of it this way. A star cannot reach across the galaxy, but a human heart can reach across an entire lifetime. A single conversation can change someone's path. A single act of kindness can echo for years. A single memory can stay warm long after the moment has passed. Space is huge, but meaning is not measured in miles. As you rest, let your thoughts wander gently the way starlight wanders, softly, without hurry. You don't have to chase anything. Not answers, not expectations, not the future. Just float. The way Earth floats, the way stars drift, the way dust settles quietly across the galaxy. Take a moment to notice how your body feels now, how gravity holds you in place while the cosmos moves around you. You don't feel the motion, but it's happening. Right now, this second, Earth is carrying you deeper into the Milky Way without asking you to lift a finger. The galaxy makes the journey effortless for you, and maybe life can feel like that too, at least for a moment. Maybe you don't always have to push so hard. Maybe some things can move on their own while you rest, breathe, and let go. Think about the people you've met in your life. Every person is like a star, some close, some distant, some bright, some fading. Some you haven't seen in years, but they still glow in your memory. You orbit around each other in quiet ways, paths crossing, uncrossing, sometimes falling away, sometimes returning with a soft gravity you didn't expect. That's the universe inside human relationships, simple moments that feel bigger than they are. So tonight, let the spaces between your thoughts be wide, gentle, open. Let your mind drift the way galaxies drift, not lost, just free. And as your eyes grow heavier, remember this: you don't need to fill the whole universe. You only need to fill this moment. The stars will handle the rest. If the stars could speak, they'd probably laugh gently at how fast we think life goes. To a star, 100 years is nothing more than a single blink, a soft flicker in an endless night. But to you, to a human, 100 years holds entire worlds, birth, growth, love, loss, memories, dreams, moments that shape you and moments you never get back. It's strange, isn't it, how your whole lifetime fits inside one tiny moment of cosmic time, like a candle glowing for a second in a room that has been dark for ages. And yet, that tiny glow matters. Right now, as you rest, you're living through seconds the universe has never seen before. Seconds that won't repeat, seconds that belong only to you. Moments so small the galaxy won't even notice. But moments big enough to soften a heart, to change a thought, to heal something inside you. Time moves slowly out there, between the stars, between the galaxies, between the wide spirals of the Milky Way. Dust drifts, light travels, nothing rushes. Maybe that's why the universe feels peaceful. It refuses to hurry, and maybe tonight you can borrow a little of that cosmic calm. Let your breath slow down to a rhythm older than you, older than Earth, older than the star that warms your skin each morning. There's no schedule in space, no deadlines, no too late or too early. The universe does everything exactly when it's meant to. And somehow things still work. So while you lie there, feeling your body grow heavier and softer, remember that your life doesn't need to match the speed of your thoughts. You can slow down. You can rest. You are allowed to move through your story the way galaxies move. Quietly, patiently, without forcing anything. Think back to the moments you once rushed through, the times you hurried, the times you felt behind. Now imagine viewing those same moments from the perspective of a star that has burned for billions of years. Nothing you worried about was ever as urgent as it felt. Humans measure time in minutes and hours, but the heart measures time in experiences. The sound of someone's voice, the warmth of a memory, a small decision that changed everything. Even your quiet moments, like this one, are part of the story. You exist for such a short time compared to the age of the Milky Way, and yet your existence is filled with depth the universe cannot replicate. A star can burn for eternity, but it cannot feel what you feel in a single second. That's the miracle of being human. So let time slow for you now. Let it stretch out gently like the soft glow of a star just beginning to rise. You are here, in this moment, moving through your own small universe at exactly the right speed. If you could step outside the Milky Way for just a moment and look back at where you live, you'd see something small, something fragile, floating in darkness like a tiny blue spark. That spark is Earth, your home, your place in the universe, and even though it looks delicate from far away, up close it's one of the most patient, generous things that has ever existed. It carries oceans, mountains, forests, storms that rage, and quiet sunrises that unfold, as if the sky is taking a slow breath. And it carries you, too, every step you've ever taken, every memory, every moment you thought you were alone. The earth was beneath you, steady and calm, holding your weight without complaint. Sometimes, when life feels loud or complicated, it's easy to forget how much this small planet does for you. It shields you from the vacuum of space. It wraps you in air warm enough to breathe. It gives you nights to rest and mornings to begin again even on the days you didn't think you could. Right now, as you lie there, your body sinking gently into your bed, Earth is turning under you with a grace so smooth you'd never know you were moving at all. But you are. You are always in motion, carried by a world that does not ask anything from you except that you exist. Think of all the people on this planet, millions of them settling into sleep at this very moment. Millions breathing, dreaming, letting go. You're one of them, a small piece of a global exhale. And the beautiful thing is this, none of you are alone. Not really. You share the same air, the same moon, the same sunlight, the same cosmic journey through the Milky Way. Even if your life feels isolated at times, your existence is woven into something much wider. A planet full of other small lives trying their best, just like you. Let that thought soften you. Let it make your world feel bigger and at the same time more comforting. Because Earth is not just a rock in space, it's a cradle, a home, a steady companion moving through the galaxy at incredible speed without ever disturbing your sleep. You don't feel the motion, because the planet protects you from it. You don't hear the cosmic winds, because Earth holds a blanket of air around you like a quiet embrace. And in that embrace, you're safe, you're sheltered, you're allowed to slow down, to breathe gently, to drift wherever your mind wants to go. So as your eyes grow heavier, let yourself appreciate this small miracle, a planet spinning in infinite space, and you resting peacefully upon it. You don't have to hold the world is holding you. When people talk about the Milky Way, they usually imagine swirling stars, bright arms of light, and cosmic dust drifting like glitter through dark space. But there's another kind of galaxy, a quieter one that lives inside you. Not made of stars, but of moments. Every memory you carry is like a tiny light floating in the dark behind your eyes. The faces of people you love, the sound of a laugh you haven't heard in years, the lessons you learned the hard way, the moments that softened you. They all orbit gently inside you the way planets circle a sun. And even though the galaxy inside you is invisible, it shapes everything. Your fears, your courage, your kindness, the way you speak, the way you breathe through difficult days. You are small in the universe, yes, but inside your smallness is a universe of your own. Think about the people you've crossed paths with, the ones who stayed and the ones who didn't. Each person added a star to your inner sky, something that glows quietly whether you notice it or not. Some stars are bright because they brought joy. Some are dim because they brought pain. But both kinds belong to you, shaping the constellation of who you've become. And that constellation, that delicate pattern of experiences, is something the Milky Way could never create. It's uniquely human, uniquely yours. Out in space, stars interact through gravity. In your life, people interact through emotion. Every connection pulls you, changes your direction, teaches you something, even if that lesson is subtle. A short conversation, a passing smile, a moment of understanding. These things ripple through you like gentle waves on a quiet shore. Right now, as you rest, your inner galaxy is calming too. Thoughts slow down, memories settle like dust drifting downward. The lights inside you dim to a warm glow, not disappearing, just softening so you can sleep. It's peaceful, isn't it, to know that even in stillness, you hold entire worlds inside you. And the beautiful part is this. You don't need to understand every star in your inner sky. You don't need to solve every story or revisit every memory. You can simply let them exist, quiet, gentle, hovering in the background while you rest. Because a galaxy doesn't need to be controlled, it just needs room to be. Tonight, give yourself that room. Let your memories settle. Let your thoughts open just enough to feel spacious. Let your inner universe breathe. You are part of the Milky Way, yes. But you are also a Milky Way of your own, a small, beautiful collection of moments drifting softly through time. And as you drift into sleep, your galaxies, the one inside you and the one around you, move together in perfect, gentle harmony. As the night grows quieter and your thoughts drift further from the noise of your day, the universe around you keeps moving, slowly, patiently, without asking anything from you. Earth continues its soft rotation, cradling you in a blanket of gravity and air. The sun continues its warm journey through the spiral arm of the Milky Way. And far beyond all of that, stars continue to burn, fading and forming, living lives far longer than ours, yet far less meaningful. Because meaning is something humans create, not the stars. You've carried meaning through every moment of your life, in the way you've loved, in the way you've survived, in the way you've grown, even when you didn't realize it. And tonight, the universe isn't asking you to understand anything. It isn't asking you to fix yourself or to worry about tomorrow or to make sense of your place in the cosmic picture. It's simply offering you a place to rest. Think about that for a moment, how rare rest is in a universe constantly in motion. Galaxies collide, stars explode, planets freeze and burn, millions of years pass without pause. But you get to close your eyes, you get to feel your breath soften, you get to slip into dreams while the universe keeps watch. Right now, there is nothing small about your existence. You are the center of your own experience, the only perspective in the cosmos that will ever see the world exactly the way you do. Your heartbeat is its own rhythm, your thoughts are their own universe, your life is its own constellation of moments, and inside all of that, you are safe, you are warm, you are allowed to let go. Let your body sink a little deeper, as if Earth itself is gently pulling you into its arms. Feel the weight of your day slip off your shoulders like dust settling in a quiet room. Whatever happened today, whatever waits for you tomorrow, none of it belongs here, in this soft, slow moment meant only for you. Above you, the Milky Way stretches across the dark, a river of ancient light guiding planet after planet through millions of years. And yet, your tiny lifetime is no less important, because in this lifetime you feel, you hope, you rest, you dream. No star can do that, so as your breathing deepens and the edge of sleep wraps around you, remember this simple truth. You don't need to hold the universe together, you only need to let it hold you. And it is holding you, gently, quietly, exactly where you are. Close your eyes, let the galaxy move without you for a while. Drift, float, rest. You're exactly where the universe wants you to be. If you stay quiet for a moment, really quiet, you might feel something subtle beneath your thoughts, a sense that the universe is not as distant as it seems in pictures or textbooks. Most people imagine space as cold, silent, empty, but emptiness is only one way to see it. Another way, a softer way, is to realize that the universe is full of connection. Every atom in your body was once part of something ancient, a star that lived, exploded, and scattered its pieces across a galaxy still learning to take shape. Some atoms came from one star, some from another, each one traveling through light years of darkness before finally coming together to form you. You, a moment of consciousness assembled from the remnants of dying suns. When you breathe out, a tiny piece of you returns to the world. When you breathe in, a tiny piece of the world enters you again. A quiet exchange, a cosmic conversation you've been part of since the moment you were born. So no, you are not separate from the universe. You are made of its oldest memories. Think about how rare that is, how extraordinary it is that you get to feel anything at all. Comfort, hope, sadness, warmth, rest. A star cannot feel tired. A galaxy cannot feel peace, but you can, and that makes your existence something the universe cannot recreate. As you lie there, your body softening, your breath settling into its slow rhythm, notice how safe the world feels for a moment. Not because everything in life is easy, but because right now nothing is required of you. Not effort, not clarity, not perfection, just being. Some people think significance comes from size. The bigger something is, the more important it must be. But the universe disagrees. The universe builds meaning inside small things. The space between two heartbeats, the quiet of a room at night, the warmth in a simple memory. It is inside stillness that the cosmos becomes gentle. If you could see yourself from the perspective of the Milky Way, you'd appear tiny. A flash of light on a small world moving through endless space. But if the Milky Way could experience consciousness even once, for a single heartbeat, it would understand that your inner world is just as vast as its outer one. So as you drift closer to sleep, let this truth settle into you gently. You are not insignificant. You are not lost. You are not isolated in a universe too big to notice you. You are the universe in a form that can feel and remember and rest. Close your eyes. Let the galaxy move around you. Let yourself become lighter, softer, quieter. The universe has carried you this far. Tonight, let it carry you into sleep. There's something peaceful about admitting that you don't have all the answers. People often think the universe is a place of certainty, laws, equations, distances measured in light years. But the truth is softer than that, more human than that. Even astronomers, people who spend their lives studying the Milky Way, will quietly tell you, we still don't know most of what's out there. And maybe that's not a problem at all. Maybe that's part of the beauty. Right now, as you rest, there are stars being born in corners of the galaxy no one has ever seen. There are planets forming rings, clouds of dust drifting for millions of years, and entire worlds orbiting suns that humans haven't even discovered yet. And you don't have to understand any of it to feel connected to it. You don't need to solve the universe to belong in it. You don't need to know where you're headed to keep moving forward. Humans often feel pressure to figure everything out, their future, their purpose, their place in the world. But look at the Milky Way. It moves without knowing its destination. It grows without needing a plan. It allows uncertainty and still creates beauty on a scale you can't imagine. Maybe your life can be the same. Maybe you don't need to know every answer to feel safe in the dark. Maybe you don't need to see the whole path to take your next quiet step. As your breath slows, notice how calm the unknown feels right now. Not threatening, not confusing, just open. The night is wide, but it isn't trying to scare you. It's giving you room. Think of the questions you've carried, the ones that sit quietly in your chest when everything else is quiet. The questions that visit you late at night and make you wonder who you're becoming. You don't need to silence them tonight. Just let them drift. Let them float the way starlight floats, not rushed, not forced, just moving gently through space. You are allowed to rest before you find your answers. You are allowed to breathe before you decide your next direction. You are allowed to sleep even if life isn't fully figured out yet. The universe is unfinished too, and still it is beautiful. Look at the stars. Not one of them shines because it understands its purpose. They simply shine because that is what they do. And you are allowed to exist with the same simplicity, to be here, to breathe, to rest without knowing everything. Close your eyes a little deeper now. Let the unknown feel soft. Let tomorrow wait. Let the universe hold the questions for you tonight. You don't need certainty to sleep. You only need permission to let go. And you have that permission now. If you zoom out far enough, beyond your room, beyond your city, beyond Earth itself, you'd see something comforting. Every human life moves through the universe in its own quiet way. Some paths are straight, some are messy, some wander, some pause, some begin again after years of feeling lost, and yet all of them belong. You might think your life should look a certain way, perfect timing, perfect decisions, perfect confidence. But the Milky Way doesn't ask for perfection. It asks only that you move the way everything else moves, gently, honestly, at your own pace. Think of a comet drifting through space. Its journey is unpredictable, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes invisible for years. But even when it disappears from sight, its path is still real, still valid, still part of the cosmic story. Humans are like that too. Even when you feel unseen, your path continues. Even when you feel stuck, your story moves forward. Even when you're unsure who you're becoming, the universe holds space for you to figure it out. Right now, your life might seem small. A single evening, a single bed, a single breath. But if you could watch your entire journey the way you watch a shooting star, fast, beautiful, fleeting, you'd realize you've always been moving. Through experiences that changed you, through moments that softened you, through challenges that strengthened you without your permission. And all of it, every misstep, every success, every quiet moment like this, fits perfectly inside the universe's design. Because your path is not meant to match anyone else's. It isn't meant to be compared, raced, or measured. It's meant to be lived. At night, when the world grows still, your journey becomes easier to feel. Not the part people see, but the part only you know. The part that lives beneath your thoughts in the soft space where emotions settle. Feel that part now. Not with your mind, but with the calmness behind your breath. Notice how your body relaxes the moment you stop trying to direct your life. Notice how peace arrives when you let yourself be carried instead of carrying everything alone. The universe has room for fast paths, slow paths, broken paths, and paths that loop back to the same place just so you can understand it differently. Your path is one of them, a small, gentle line threaded through a galaxy that is old and wise enough to let you move without pressure. So close your eyes a little more. Let your path rest tonight. Let the universe handle the motion. Let your journey breathe. You don't need to know the ending. You only need to feel this moment, soft, warm, and perfectly placed in the arms of a moving galaxy. Most people think of the night as the absence of sunlight, a a blank space, a quiet pause, a simple darkness. But the truth is gentler than that. The night isn't empty. It's full of possibility, full of softness, full of room for your mind to unfold without pressure or noise. Think about how the world changes after sunset. The edges soften. The colors fade into deep blues and charcoal grays. The busy sound of human life quiets down until the air feels almost thick with calm. Night isn't here to hide anything. It's here to hold everything. Your thoughts, your worries, your hopes, your tiredness, and cradle them until they stop trying to speak all at once. Right now, your room is wrapped in the kind of darkness that doesn't demand attention. It's not the darkness of fear, it's the darkness of rest. A darkness that feels like putting down a weight you carried all day without noticing how heavy it had become. Out in the Milky Way, night is everywhere. Not a moment, but a condition. A soft blanket spread across billions of stars that shine through it like tiny windows in a vast, quiet house. On Earth, night comes and goes, as if the planet is blinking, closing its eyes for a moment before opening them again at sunrise. But for now, the world's eyes are gently closed with yours. You're not expected to be bright. You're not expected to be awake, or productive, or strong. Night gives you permission to be soft. Let your breath fall into a slower rhythm. Let your shoulders melt downward as if gravity is tucking you into the bed. Let your thoughts wander the same way stars drift in silence. Not lost, just floating. If a memory appears, let it appear. Don't chase it. Don't judge it. Let it drift past you like a comet crossing the sky in its own quiet arc. If a worry tries to form, let it fade before it becomes a sentence. The night is wide enough to hold your concerns until morning. You don't need to solve anything now. You are inside the safest moment of the day, the moment when the world stops asking and simply lets you exist. And above you, far beyond your ceiling, the Milky Way stretches through the darkness like a soft, luminous ribbon. It doesn't rush, it doesn't strain, it doesn't glow for attention. It glows because that is its nature. And you rest because that is yours. So let the night cover you gently, like a warm shadow, like a slow breath, like a soft whisper telling you that everything is okay now. Close your eyes, sink deeper, let the universe dim the lights around your mind. Tonight the night protects you. Tonight you are held. If you listen closely, not to the sounds around you, but to the space inside your mind, you might notice something surprising. Silence isn't empty. Silence is full of calm, full of warmth, full of room for you to breathe. The universe began in silence, before stars lit up, before planets formed, before galaxies spiraled into being. There was only a soft stillness, a kind of quiet that held the possibility of everything that would ever exist. And in a way, that quiet still lives inside you. You came from the same universe that began in silence. Your body, your thoughts, your heartbeat, all made from ancient particles that once drifted through cosmic calm before finding their way into human life. So when you rest, when you slow down, when you let your breath deepen and your mind soften, you are returning to the original language of the universe. Quiet, not the quiet of loneliness, not the quiet of emptiness, but the quiet of possibility. The quiet that says you don't need to rush, you don't need to hold everything, you can let go. Right now your mind may feel like a room that has finally been cleaned. The clutter removed, the space open, the air light. Thoughts drift through, but none of them stay. Worries try to form, but they dissolve before they can take shape. This is not something you force. It's something you allow, because the deeper you relax, the more your body remembers that quiet is natural to you. It's where you began. It's where you heal. It's where you learn to rest again. Picture yourself floating, not in water, not in air, but in stillness itself. A softness that holds you the way the universe holds stars, gently, patiently, without expectation. Nothing pulls at you here. Nothing demands from you. This is the kind of quiet that rebuilds you from the inside out. Above you, the Milky Way drifts across the night like a slow tide of light. It makes no sound. It doesn't force its glow. It simply exists with a peace older than time. And you get to borrow a piece of that peace, just for tonight, just for this moment. Feel how your breathing changes as you settle deeper into yourself. Feel how heavy your body becomes, not tired but grounded, supported, held. You don't need to think. You don't need to understand. You don't need to control anything at all. Silence is doing the work for you. Let it wrap around you like a soft blanket of darkness, like the first calm moment after a long storm. Your thoughts grow dim. Your body grows still. Your mind becomes clear enough to let sleep find you easily. This quiet, this deep, peaceful quiet belongs to you. It always has. There is a moment, a very delicate one, that exists right between being awake and falling asleep. It's a doorway, a thin space where your thoughts begin to loosen and the mind slips into something softer, quieter, almost weightless. You're standing in that doorway now, not fully awake, not fully dreaming, just floating in the gentle in-between. It's a peaceful place, one that your body knows well, even if you don't always notice it. Every night of your life you've passed through this space. Every dream you've ever had started somewhere right here. And the interesting thing is this: the Milky Way has its own version of the same in-between state. Out in the galaxy there are clouds of dust and gas that haven't yet become stars, but aren't empty space either. They're transitional places, moments of becoming, soft regions where light is preparing to form but hasn't taken shape. You and the galaxy are doing the same thing tonight, slipping quietly from one state of being into another. As your breath becomes slower, your body begins to forget the weight of the day. Your muscles release their grip on whatever they were holding, and your thoughts begin to blur at the edges. Nothing is sharp anymore. Nothing is loud. Everything is round, soft, slow. This is the world just before sleep, the place where imagination starts to breathe, where ordinary ideas shift into dreamlike shapes, where the mind begins to create stars of its own. You may notice little flashes, a color, a memory, a face you saw once, a floating shape with no name. These aren't dreams yet. They're the first pieces, gathering quietly the way cosmic dust gathers before a star is born. Don't try to catch them. Don't try to understand them. Just let them drift. Let your mind be a sky where these little sparks can appear and fade without effort. Your breathing settles deeper now, a slow rhythmic tide that rises and falls as naturally as the earth turning beneath you. Some part of you is still awake, listening softly, but another part has already stepped forward into the beginning of sleep. You're not thinking anymore. You're sensing, feeling, floating. The universe doesn't rush you. It doesn't push you toward dreams. It simply waits, patient and timeless, while your body does what it has always known how to do. Sleep is not something you force, it's something you fall into, the way a leaf falls into a river, the way starlight falls through darkness, the way the galaxy drifts through space without ever trying. You are drifting now, very slowly, very gently. The doorway between worlds is opening wider, and soon you'll step fully into the place where dreams begin. You're drifting now, not the way a thought drifts, but the way a quiet breeze moves through a still room, softly, slowly, without direction, without effort. This is the beginning of dreams, not the vivid dreams that come later at the night, but the early ones, the ones that feel like warm shadows, soft colors, gentle shapes that appear and fade before you even notice. Your mind has loosened its hold on the waking world. It's not trying to organize anything anymore. It's not trying to make sense of your day. It's simply letting go, like a hand releasing something it never needed to carry. Above you, if your eyes could see through the ceiling and the atmosphere and the darkness of space, you would find the Milky Way drifting exactly the same way you are. Quiet, unhurried, moving without resistance. Galaxies don't dream, but if they did, this is how their dreams would feel. Light floating through darkness, stars forming from silence, energy shifting into gentle motion before it finds its shape. Your dreams begin this way too, from nothing, from softness, from the space you create by letting your thoughts dim. Take a moment to notice how your body feels now, not in detail, just the overall softness, the heaviness, the warmth around your skin, as if the air itself is holding you carefully. Your breathing is slower, deeper, as steady as the earth turning through night. Dreams love this rhythm. They grow inside it, unfolding like petals opening in the dark. You may feel a floating sensation, not up, not down, just drifting. This is normal. It's your mind letting go of the boundaries of your day. The edges of your thoughts become round, smooth, blurred. Nothing sharp remains. The worries you carried just an hour ago are now distant shadows. Soft silhouettes without weight or urgency. Dreams begin where pressure ends. And right now, you are in a place with no pressure at all. Think about this. Every dream you've ever had has lived inside you, crafted from pieces of memory, fragments of imagination, and the quiet creativity your mind releases when the world stops demanding your attention. You don't have to seek dreams. They find you. They rise from the same ancient particles that once formed stars and now form your thoughts. Even in sleep, you are connected to the universe, a small consciousness resting inside a vast galaxy that moves gently around you. Your dreams will form soon, like soft lights gathering in the distance, like faint stars preparing to glow. There is nothing left for you to do, nothing left to think about, nothing left to hold. Just drift deeper, quieter, into a place where imagination opens and the night wraps itself around you like a warm, endless horizon. You are ready. Dreams are waiting. You're almost inside the dream now, not just drifting toward it, but beginning to feel it forming like a quiet glow behind a closed door. Dreams never arrive all at once. They come softly, the way dawn touches the horizon before the sun rises. They approach without sound, without pressure, without rushing. And right now, a dream is doing exactly that, finding you. Not because you're searching for it, but because your mind has finally become soft enough, quiet enough, open enough to receive it. Your thoughts are no longer sentences. They're gentle impressions like footprints fading on a beach. Your awareness is lighter now, floating just above sleep, like a leaf resting on still water. Above you, far beyond your ceiling, far beyond Earth itself, the Milky Way continues its slow rotation, a spiral of stars carrying ancient light through endless night. And inside that galaxy, you, a single peaceful life, are sinking into a dream crafted entirely from your own experiences, your own memories, your own quiet imagination. Isn't it beautiful that something so vast and something so personal can exist at the same time? A galaxy of billions of stars and one human drifting into sleep. Dreams are the bridge between those two worlds. Think of how dreams feel, the softness, the surreal edges, the way places change as naturally as breathing. That fluidity isn't random, it's freedom, a freedom your mind rarely gets while you're awake. When you dream, your thoughts are allowed to move without rules. People you miss can appear. Places you love can reassemble. Moments you needed can return in softer forms. Your mind becomes a quiet artist, painting memories and ideas into landscapes that feel strangely familiar, yet beautifully impossible. And tonight, you're slipping into that world with such ease, as if your body has been waiting all day for this exact moment. Notice how heavy you feel now, not weighed down but grounded, protected, warm. Your breathing is steady, a slow rhythm that invites dreams to come closer. Every inhale opens the door a little more. Every exhale lets you sink deeper inside. You're safe here. Nothing in the dream world can harm you. Nothing in the waking world can reach you. This is your space. Soft, warm, shaped for rest. Let the dream take its shape without trying to see it. Let it arrive in its own quiet way. Your mind knows exactly how to bring you into sleep. It has done this thousands of nights before. You're simply remembering how to let go. Soon you won't hear my words clearly. They'll fade into the background like distant stars softening into the horizon. That's how you know you're almost there. The dream is no longer approaching. It is here. You've crossed the edge of wakefulness now. The dream didn't just find you. You stepped quietly into it. This place you're entering, it doesn't belong to daytime logic. It doesn't belong to stress or expectation or anything heavy enough to pull you back up. This place belongs to the drifting part of your mind, the part that floats. It's a gentle floating, like being carried by warm air or resting on a soft cloud that moves without effort. There's no direction here, no goal, just a feeling of lightness you don't get in the waking world. Above you, the Milky Way glides across the darkness, a soft spiral of ancient light moving through space as effortlessly as your thoughts move now through sleep. The galaxy floats. And so do you. Your breathing has fallen into that deep, natural rhythm your body remembers from childhood naps and long, peaceful nights when the world felt simple. In this state, your thoughts aren't really thoughts anymore. They're shapes, colors, impressions, tiny sparkles that appear and fade like stardust drifting through the night. Your mind is no longer thinking. It's wandering softly, slowly, safely. There's no wrong place to drift, no wrong direction to fall. The dream world is wide and gentle and patient. Nothing rushes you here. Nothing chases you. Nothing asks anything from you. You are simply allowed to float. Imagine yourself lying back in a small boat on a calm, dark lake. No wind, no waves, no noise. Just a smooth, endless surface carrying you wherever it wants. That's what your mind is doing now, floating on its own lake of quiet. If a memory rises, let it rise. If a face appears, let it appear. These things are not intrusions. They're ripples on the lake, gentle movements that disappear as quickly as they arrive. You don't need to follow them. You don't need to control anything, not your thoughts, not your breath, not the direction of your dreams. Your body knows the way. It always has. And deeper still, far below your conscious mind, your subconscious begins to stir, stretching itself the way a cat stretches in a warm sunbeam. It's preparing to take over the journey for the night, guiding you through dreams slowly and safely until morning arrives. While you float, Earth continues its silent path through the galaxy, carrying you with a steadiness you can almost feel. Nothing in your body is tense now. Nothing in your mind is sharp. You are soft. You are drifting. You are falling gently into a deeper layer of rest. Let go of everything above this moment. Let gravity hold you. Let the night wrap itself around you. Let your thoughts dissolve into the quiet that formed the stars. You are floating now in a place made just for sleep. You're drifting deeper now, so deep that even your dreams are beginning to slow down. This is the part of sleep most people never notice, the silent layer beneath all the colors and shifting shapes, the place where everything inside you becomes still. Not frozen, not empty, just peacefully, beautifully still. It feels like floating, but softer than before, as if the universe has placed a gentle hand beneath your thoughts and is holding them so they don't have to move at all. You're breathing, barely noticeable now. A soft rise, a soft fall, like distant waves touching the shore of a quiet, endless beach. You're not thinking anymore. You're not trying. Your awareness moves the way a whisper moves, slow, warm, effortless. Above you the Milky Way continues its silent drift across the night, but you are no longer watching it. You are part of its stillness now, part of its quiet rhythm, part of the soft, ancient calm that holds the stars in place. This is the level of rest your body loves the most, where muscles release completely, where tension dissolves into nothing, where your mind is free from all the weight it carried through the day. Notice how heavy you feel, how your body sinks just a little deeper into whatever is supporting you. This heaviness is comfort, the body shutting down the last bits of alertness, inviting you further into sleep. Nothing can reach you here, not noise, not memories, not thoughts that once felt urgent. Everything stays at the surface while you drift below, like a diver gliding into darker, calmer water, where the world grows quiet and time slows down. In this depth, even dreams become gentle. Soft shadows, slow-moving images, kind scenes your mind creates to soothe itself. You might sense them like faint lights flickering far away, but you don't need to look at them. You don't need to shape them. They will come to you in their own time, as softly as snow settling on the ground. This is your sanctuary, the place where your heart rests, the place where your thoughts lie down beside you and sleep as well. And as you sink just a little deeper, you might feel something beautiful, the quiet pulse of your own existence, not loud, not dramatic, just a small, steady presence in a universe wide enough to hold anything. Your life, your breath, your rest, they all matter here. You don't need to do anything now, not even listen closely. Just let the faint echo of my words fade into the distance. Let your dreams come slowly, like stars appearing one by one in the deepest part of the night. You are safe. You are drifting. You are deeply, beautifully asleep. As you drift into the deepest part of sleep, the universe around you grows quieter. not because it has stopped moving, but because it wants you to rest. Earth keeps spinning gently beneath you. The Milky Way keeps drifting softly through space. And you are floating in the safest place you could ever be. A moment where the world asks for nothing and gives you everything you need. Your thoughts have become faint echoes now, small ripples disappearing into calm water. Your body is heavy in the best way, held by the bed, held by the night, held by the universe itself. There is no past here, no future, only this quiet present where your mind becomes lighter and your breath deeper. You've traveled far tonight, across memories, across galaxies, across the soft inner universe that lives behind your eyes. And now there is nowhere left to go except into rest. Let the darkness wrap around you like warm fabric. Let silence settle gently across your chest and shoulders. Let the last pieces of wakefulness fade like distant stars blinking out one by one. Sleep is here, soft, deep, patient. You are safe. You are warm. You are exactly where you belong. A small heartbeat resting inside a vast, peaceful galaxy. Close your mind. Close your eyes. Fall gently into the quiet the universe made just for you. Good night.